Is self-driving car a disruptive technology? More specifically, I mean the self-driving software. Is it disruptive technology? Today, I want to use innovators' dilemmas framework to discuss, to analyze if it is really a disruptive technology or it's just a sustaining technology. So, according to innovators' dilemma framework, first of all, we need to ask: is self-driving cars performance uh, evolutions will they eventually catching up the performance of the market demand, which is just manual driving. So how this is very hard to compare because it's self-driving technology is very different from what we have seen before in the auto industry. So I would say the standard of it, the threshold of it to reach the consumer demand is it can drive as good as humans. It can drive as good as humans. And so far, there are actually we can look into the definition of self-driving autonomous driving. There are 5 levels: level 1, level 3, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and level 2 is like the most technologies, most self-driving technologies at so far, which is lane keeping. It is able to keep your car straight, at least make your car stick to the lane, and so that you don't have to pay too much attention to it. But when the software is performing, when the system is performing self-driving, you still need to be aware of it. You still need to be paying certain attention to your car. So that's the level 2, but this is definitely not as good as humans. And for level 4 or level 5, it's kind of reach the human level driving, which you can turn on your self-driving system and you can even go to sleep and no problem. So if this technology can really reach this level 4 or level 5, it will be satisfying the consumer demands. If we look at self-driving technology's performance over time, it's indeed improving. Now it's around level 2 or level 3, but what we really don't know is how long does it take to reach level 4 or 5, which is the level they can satisfy consumers' demand. We don't know. And the tricky thing about these things, this is like AI. This is really AI stuff. And as long as it's AI, it's about long tail. Now, the self-driving technology can handle roughly 99% of the situations compared to humans. But the rest of 1% is extremely tricky. For example, there's just all of a sudden, 1 out of 10,000, 1 out of a million probability that a dog suddenly run into the lane. Then how does the car do this? And also the dog will have also very different colors, and maybe next time it's a bear, or next time a pedestrian just randomly jaywalking or just running through the street. And how can the self-driving technologies react to this? This is about long tail. We have a lot of data about car driving on the lane and making turn, that sort of thing, even in the snowy situation or in the totally dark situation. We can collect a lot of this data, but we won't be able to collect the data like a dog, a bear running into the street, running into the lane. So that's a very hard part. There can be 1 million, 1 billion different combination of those things. So that's a challenging part of reaching level 4 or level 5. Otherwise, the systems now can pretty much drive 99% of time, maybe very safely. But just the safely, I mean, you don't need to pay any attention to the car. You can even read your book. But the rest of 1% is really where the concern is. Okay, so we don't know, but one thing we're pretty sure is if given enough time, the self-driving technology will catch up with the human driving. But the crucial question is time. Okay, so according to this, we know it will be catching up with human capability, because human capability of driving won't increase basically, right? We just the average human's driving capability is, you can see, is a fixed value, so it will definitely catch up. Okay, so according to this definition of the innovator's dilemma, self-driving technology is disrupted. And now we can look into how the incumbents is doing. Incumbents like Ford, BMW, Audi, a lot of them, they are also working on the self-driving technology, but they maybe not working they seriously. And compared to them, those new entrants like comma.ai, Tesla, they're working it really hard, because this market so far is very small. It's not a mainstream market. Most people don't bother self-driving cars, self-driving technologies, and only certain users, maybe like me, those like new adapters, for example. I'm not so good at driving. I really want to get one if I can, and I can also do other stuff, right? So these kind of early adopters are still very few, maybe less than 1% of the market share. So that's the reason those big incumbents, those established firms, don't bother self-driving technology. They know it will come eventually. So that's why they invest a very small amount of their resources into this technology. But compared to the new entrants like comma.ai, which this is their core business, they must pay the full all-out effort into this technology. And the same goes to Tesla. Tesla is slightly large, it's quite large, it's much larger than comma.ai, but it's also a new entrant compared to those incumbent cars, if you just count the number of cars on the road. So that's exactly the situation, like what we will see from the disruptive technology. So this is disruptive technology, and according to the framework, this disruptive technology those new entrants need to find a new market that's very small, and then incumbents just don't care. And I think they already find out this is more like the subset of the original market. It's not a totally new market. People who buy self-driving technologies, they still drive car if they don't buy it, right? They still drive, like driver, for example, myself, also a driver. If I don't have that technology, I'll just drive myself. But it would be great if I have that. I would definitely pay. Even it's like $100 a year, $100 a month, I will still pay for it. So it's a subset of the original market. So we can still see this is a new market. Okay, so to summarize, self-driving technology is really a disruptive technology, and according to history, the new entrants will very likely to win in this field, in this new disruptive technology. So I'm pretty excited to see how it will really goes according to this framework. Okay, according to this framework, comma.ai and Tesla will be the eventual winner. And I haven't really finalized my thoughts yet. I for comma.ai, I have some concern how it can dominate market. It still have a lot of challenges. Okay, but anyway, that's the videos for today. So far, it's already been too long. I'm planning to make more videos to discuss self-driving technologies in the future. So if you would like to receive more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And other than that, I would see you next time.